Hey everybody, welcome back to TrueNorthVR. Today we are checking out the KKCOBVR Q3U head strap for your MetaQuest 3 and 3S headsets. There's a lot to go through in this one. I'm excited about it. Make sure you subscribe now so you don't miss future review videos. Let's jump into this one. Alright, here we go. We got a lot going on here. We obviously have our head strap, which we are going to go through. Our user manual, very important information in there. Even though I'm going to go over everything here, I still encourage you to read through that. We have our P3 battery, 10,000 mAh. Hot swappable. It came with this little charging cable here as well. We have our forehead fan. Now this is a removable forehead fan. Very interesting. It's got a little power button on the front there. That's going to be used to activate it later. And then here, at first I didn't know exactly what this was going to be. This is our system to change it from a halo type strap to an elite style strap. That's obviously going to remove this big forehead piece. We will go through that here in a little bit as well. So in order to install this, we're just going to do the halo type version first. We do need to take off the stock strap that we have on our Quest 3 or 3S. You might be able to do this with the interface on. If you can't, then we just need to grab it and wiggle it backwards, and it should come loose there. Then I always recommend removing the forehead strap next, making sure that you don't pull too tight on it, or too much I should say, because we don't want to break that little piece there. Just getting that free. On each side there's going to be this extra bit of plastic. Make sure you got a good amount of pressure on the back of the arm so you're not peeling the arm back, you're just peeling the strap back. You can do that on both sides. Then we are good to go. With this strap in particular, we can put the facial interface back on because we don't really need access to that little piece there anymore. And you can see that each of these little arms are the same type as what we just removed. They're not the friction sliding arms. These ones just go over top. So I'm going to, what I usually do with these is line up the back. You might need to put those down a bit though. There we go. Let's try that. We're going to line up the back here and then put pressure towards the front. And you could hear it clip there, and we are good to go on that side. Let's do it now on this other side here. Again, line up the back, put pressure towards the front. That one slid right in. Let's make sure that's nice and secure. Yep. We're good to go there. If you want to plug that cord in right now just to keep it out of the way, you can. Our battery itself just attaches onto the back. There we go. We actually got some percentage on that still. And if you want to put the fan on, I'm just making sure that the power button is facing up. It's just going to magnetically attach right onto there. And last, if you would like, there is the top strap here that's just tucked in there. You can loop that around. I'm just going to set it there for now, and I can adjust that later. And there is our setup for the halo type strap. Now if we want to convert this to our elite style strap, the instructions are in there, but what you're going to want to do, I would recommend just loosening that out all the way. We have our little tools here. First step is to remove this pad via the Velcro. And what that's going to show here are the actual connection points there between there. Take the little screwdriver that it gives us. Make sure you don't lose those screws in there either. And we are going to just loosen and remove all 4 of those screws first. Once you have the screws loosened on this side, that's where we're going to need to remove this little electrical piece that's there. And in the user manual, I will just show you very briefly here. It shows a little picture there of us removing that, just pulling that out of its little socket there. Obviously you don't want to be too difficult on it, so I'm going to try and be as gentle as I can. There we go. It came right out there. You can see that's what it looks like there. So I'm going to set that piece there. So each of the arms have an R and an L. We also have these 2 little bands that can go inside of each of those. Once you have them brought in and lined up, all you need to do is tighten in those screws, and then we'll be able to assemble it. Okay, so there it is. Now I can grab my headset. We can line up those arms just like we did with the Halo style. Clip those in. Again, I always just line up the back, move the pressure towards the front, and they snap into place. Can grab our top strap here. This is where the top strap is really going to want to be used. If with the Halo type strap, it probably isn't needed quite as much, but you can feed it through there. I'm just going to tighten it just to there for now. Plug in our cord. We can test to make sure. There we go. We didn't mess anything up there. We got a charge going through. And now we have an Elite style strap that has a fan on the back. So I'm going to go and test both of these, come back, give some try-ons, talk about adjustability, and give you the full review. All right, so I've had a chance to test it out. I wanted to go through the Elite style version of it first, then we'll go through the Halo type and talk about all the features and all that kind of stuff there. So with the Elite style strap, we have our pivot points right there in the middle. It is very solid in terms of like holding itself in place, because this is a bit of a heavier mechanism on the back, and so the fact that it's not just kind of flopping down is a really good sign. Our top strap has some padding right here, as you can see. My only gripe with the top strap is that it is a little bit small. I do have a little bit bigger of a head, as many of you know if you've been following my channel, but I did have to adjust this right to the max pretty much for it to be comfortable on my head. So if you have a regular or smaller size head, you're going to be fine. But if you have a bigger head, know that if you're using the Elite style, it is going to be a little bit of a tight fit right there. The back padding, this goes for both. The back padding is very thick, very cushiony all the way throughout, like super thick cushion. It does feel very nice. And then we have our knob on the back. So if I put this on here, we'll extend that out. If you do adjust it right though, you can see that that top strap does a lot of the balancing for me, and it does hold some of that weight, which is nice. And that's kind of how you want it. Part of me feels like I wish I could have this a little bit further down, but it is pretty good where it is right there. Elite style straps are obviously more for that tight fitting, less movement, like on your face when you're doing more movement, so that you can do very intense games, workout games, big fighting games, all that kind of stuff. In the Elite style mode that we have here, we still have access to our fan. You can still press that button and you can hear the fan going. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you. We also have our auxiliary port that you still have access to. What you don't obviously have access to is the forehead fan. So you will be able to have some airflow, but that airflow is going to be restricted, as you can see when I put this on here, to the back of my head and the back of my neck. I did use this with some workout games. Les Mills Body Combat is a good one. I even played it just with like Beat Saber or Pistol Whip. And that air on the back of the neck, on the back, it does feel nice. I wish that it could be a bit more on my face with the Elite style here, but some airflow on me definitely did help. My face was still pretty sweaty though after that. So this is our Elite style. If we talk about balance as well, the battery is pretty high on the back part of our back pad there, which does make it better in terms of overall balance between the front and the back. You can feel that extra weight. Without the battery, our Elite strap here is 310 grams, pretty average. The battery though is 200 grams itself, so once you have the battery on there, we're looking at about 510 grams. For an Elite style strap, that is pretty heavy. There are some other ones that are definitely lighter than that in the Elite style range with smaller batteries, but still something to consider. So let's jump over, we'll do the Halo type version and then give it a whole overview and review as well. I do like that it comes with the option to either have a Halo strap or have an Elite style strap. There's been a lot of companies recently that have been doing these hybrid type options where you can have various types of head straps in the same one here. So I'm glad that they've included that. It is a little bit more work, I would say, having to use the screwdriver, having to undo some screws, disconnect the cable there as I showed you previously. Not quite as clip and easy as I've seen in some other ones, but having the option is really important, and I'm glad that they've included that in this one. Okay, so here we have on the Halo type version. Let's go through it here real quick. It has the clip arm sides just like the Elite style did. We have these dials here on both sides. Those dials are going to allow you, I'll show you when I try it on as well, but to move the distance from the headset to your face very easily. We move up here, we have our pivot point, first pivot point up here. We have our forehead strap. Part of our forehead strap is this fan. Now this fan is actually detachable by magnet if you want it on there, or if you don't. It's really not very heavy, but it will save you a little bit of weight if you're not wanting it to be on there. As we move back, we do have our top strap as well. KKCOBVR has always included that top strap, even with their previous version as well. I actually kind of like that because as I'll mention later, it will distribute that weight a little bit better, in my opinion. Pivot point up here. As we move towards the back pad and everything remains the same for this one with the Elite style strap as well. So we have our battery placed on top, nice thick back pad, and then we have our whole back mechanism that has our dial here. And then underneath you can see we have our auxiliary port there. So if you have a Quest 3S that doesn't have one on this side, this is going to be a head strap that allows you to have one, similar to the E3 Pro that BoboVR has. And then we have our button here. When you click that, you can hear the fan turning on, and then you can move it left or right to adjust the strength of that fan, whether you want it high power or low power. So let's do a little try on here. As we put this on, now I can show you here with these dials, I can bring this further out. That's as far out as it can go. My facial interface is not touching my face at all, and it's able to hold it here. So this is a really good head strap to be able to have zero pressure on the face at all. Great for productivity, great for watching shows as long as you don't want to lean back or anything. But then we can bring that closer to our face as well, and that can tighten right up against it, which also works to keep it in place when you are doing more high movement games. So it almost gives that Elite style feel a little bit with the Halo type support as well. I'm just going to loosen that out a little bit. As we turn our fan on, sometimes you need to just kind of touch that power button there. I can feel it now. So I do have air coming down on the back of my neck. And turn that all the way up. Oof. I can feel the air a lot on the back of my neck. I can feel the air a bit on the front of my face. It does depend on the facial interface you're using. Right now I have on the AMVR, the FC4A, actually, excuse me, the FC4M, that is made for head straps that have fans in them. So I can feel it on my face, but the fans, when all three of them are going at full blast, it is a little bit noisy. Obviously, if you're playing a game that has, and you crank up the volume, you'll be fine. But if you're watching something quietly or playing a quiet game, you are definitely going to notice the sound of those fans. Let's just turn those off for a second there. Okay. If we talk about comfort, overall, it's actually a really comfortable head strap. The previous version of this by KKCOBVR was a little bit narrow for me in this top part here, and it squoze the side of my head too much, and it would give me a headache after a while. This one, I have no issues with that. So if you do have a slightly bigger head, don't worry, this one still will fit you okay. The forehead padding and the rear padding is really thick and really comfortable. I'm impressed with the padding that they have on here. It fits very nicely. The weight distribution, like I said, with this top strap, I like that they've opted for that. I don't like the goat horns that are on the S3 Pro, even the AMVR BS1. I don't like those little top pads that are on there. This, in my opinion, helps distribute the weight better and is much more adjustable and more comfortable overall. The back pad, because it is so large as well, it does help distribute that weight across the back of your head. It's not kind of pinpointed into one spot. It is able to spread it out. And same with the large forehead pad there. So overall comfort, I actually do like this better in terms of comfort than the S3 Pro, and it's competitive with the BS1. I would even say I like the fit a little bit more than the BS1. If we move back here to our battery. So this is a new type of battery for KKCOBVR. We've seen a few new batteries from a few different companies here. It shows the percentage there, very easy to read. Hot swappable, 10,000 mAh. You're going to get roughly 3-ish hours of extra game time, depending on what you're doing, but you can purchase more of them, have them charging, pop them on there, and you are good to go. I did want to note that here is their old battery. This was with their previous one. It has different pin settings than the new one, as you can see there. So they aren't interchangeable. You can't use the old batteries with the new one, which again, a lot of companies seem to be doing recently. So you have to purchase the new ones if you want to use them. It is what it is. One quick thing to note is that the fans will work even without the battery pack on the back. It can just run off the Quest battery as well. Our weight with the Halo strap on here, without our battery, we're sitting at 480 grams. Pretty hefty without a battery. When you add the battery, it's 200 grams. That battery, as we mentioned before, we're looking at 680 grams. This now takes the place as the heaviest head strap on the market. However, like I said before, because of how they've designed it with the weight distribution similar to the AMVR BS1, it does a good job at distributing that weight, so it doesn't feel that heavy comparative to some of the other Halo straps that are actually lighter. It does a great job at distributing that. Now let's talk about our fans. Does it actually work? Does it actually keep you cooler? The fans on the back are super powerful, and you can really feel that coolness on the back of your neck. I was quite impressed with how much you could feel that. Our forehead fan, you can feel it on your face, especially when you kind of adjust this so it's out a little bit. However, this isn't as strong as some of the other forehead fans that I've felt. It does keep you a little bit cooler, yes, overall, but it isn't as strong as some other ones. The whole system, however, obviously has more airflow going for it, especially with these back ones, but that is something to consider where you actually want that cool air to go. Price point, we are looking at $89.99, the exact same price as the S3 Pro. On the KKCOBVR website, it is $89.99. Maybe on Amazon or on their website, you can find sales every once in a while. So it's right in that same range as some of the competitors out there. Where it lacks in some options, it exceeds in other places as well. So again, kind of depending on what you prefer, what you like, might help you make that choice. Overall, in terms of comfort, I do think this one is more comfortable. The battery is the same capacity as the competitors. The forehead fan might not be quite as good, but it does have the back fans to kind of back it up there as well. If you have any questions, if I missed anything, please comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer any of those questions. Make sure you check out the links below if you're interested in purchasing it. Thank you for watching this one. We'll see you next time here on True North VR.